Hello, 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 how are you? This is Els coming to you from Bemis Crafty Corner, and today I have a project for us. Not really a project, more of a comparison. We're going to compare a couple of things, take a look at what we're going to be playing with, and maybe save some money in the process. So, I'm going to get out everything that we're going to be playing with, and I will be right back. So this is what we're going to play with today. This is from Ranger. It is called Perfect Pearls. It says it's a 7-piece set. It's 2 brushes, 4 pots of powder, and the perfect medium. And it says here, it says that it's a complete embellishing pigment kit. Now I can tell you that I bought this at Joann's, and I paid $17.99 for this. I had a coupon. And so we're going to take a look and see what it does, because it does a couple of different things. We're going to take a look at those things real quick, and then we're going to look at the alternative, or the alternate product. Okay, so I am going to get some paper out, and we're going to do a couple of things with this, and then we're going to go ahead and take a look at the cheaper version. I'll be right back. Okay, so Perfect Pearls. They can be used wet or dry, your choice. And so we're going to do 2 different techniques. So this is what's called Perfect Medium. And we're going to take that, and I'm just going to stamp it onto a stamp. It's very sticky. And I'm going to stamp that on here. Now normally, yes, I would put, but I'm using a wood block, so I can get away without stamping that. So there it is, and you can see it has a little bit of color to it, almost. And then we're going to go ahead and open up one of these pots. And it says to take the smaller of the 2 brushes, get a little bit of Perfect Pearls on here, and then paint it onto your image. Okay? And wherever that sticky stuff is, this stuff will stick. And then you're supposed to take the bigger brush and brush it off. Okay? Now, apparently this will run, and in order to set it, you're supposed to take some water, and you're not supposed to directly mist it. You're supposed to mist and then kind of run your paper under it. Okay? And that will, in theory, set it so that it doesn't smudge. So we're going to let it dry for a second. And then we'll go ahead and see if it smudges. Alright, so it's dry now, so I'm going to use a piece of clean paper towel. And it does kind of smudge a little bit, I'll be honest. But, maybe I didn't use enough water. Let's actually spray it. Okay, so now we're going to wait for that to dry. Now, the second thing you're supposed to be able to do with Perfect Pearls is to take this and rub it on here. Now, this seems to be destroying this pad. So, not a great pad. Yeah, it's pretty much destroyed it. But you're supposed to be able to do that, and then take your brush and just put some on there and smooch it around. And then dust that off. And then you're supposed to be able to dip this back in here and then remove. And it does. It does remove it. But it doesn't re-stamp. You have to clean the stamp after that. So that's kind of what it does. Then the third thing that you're should be able to do with this is put some water down, pick up some of your perfect pearls, and make like a paint out of it. Okay? And the more you add, the thicker it gets. And then you can paint with this. So that's, you know, one of the things you can do with it. And then the fourth technique that they've done, that I've seen, involves a piece of embossed paper. So let me get that out of the way real quick and bring over the embossed paper. And then again, they say you're supposed to rub this, but I don't see how that works. So I'm just going to stamp it on here very lightly. Coating the whole thing. And then we're supposed to be able to grab some of this and just sprinkle it on. Kind of here, there, and everywhere. And then we're going to put a different color on. Pick up some of this purple. We'll put some purple on there. We're going to go ahead and close that. And then we're supposed to be able to take this brush and just kind of dab it and move it, and it's kind of a cool effect. Okay? Now again, we're supposed to be able to set this up with water. So I'm going to spray it. And I'm just misting it lightly, and I'm going to let it set for just a minute. Okay? I have to be honest right off the bat, I'm not impressed with this pad. I'm not impressed with it because it is falling apart. Okay? I'm going to clean my stamp here real quick. Alright, let's take a look. Still a little damp. Let's dry it. Okay, so now it's not supposed to run. So let's get a piece of towel that's clean, right there. Nice clean towel. Yeah, it rubs off. Okay. So that is the perfect pearls. Okay? Now, let's make this go over here. So that's our perfect pearls with the perfect medium. And here is a clean piece of embossed paper, the same embossing. Another piece of cardstock. There's our water. We have our brushes. Go ahead and just clean those off real quick. Okay, that's a mess. All right, so this is a very messy thing. So now we're going to try the comparison. I'll be right back. Okay, this is my Versamark. It's my watermark stamp pad, okay? It's the same one I use for my regular embossing. So we're going to be using that. The same stamp that we used the first time, same bottle of water. I have a very small brush here, and I have like a dusty brush. So we have those. And then I have these. These are from the Resin Studio. I picked these up at the Dollar Tree. So they're $1.25 for 4 little pots. I've got kind of a reddy bronze color, same as that. I do have a gold here, that's a different color. I have a pink, that's different. There is an orange, that's a different color. But we do have the purple over here, so we're going to go ahead and open this one and get out the purple, because that's what we used there, was the red and the purple. Let me get these out. So that's silver and kind of a silvery blue and green and purple. All right. So first things first, we're going to go ahead and open our pot. Now, this is supposed to be, it's from Design Studio, mica powder. That's all it says. It's just mica, plain mica powder, okay? So let's go ahead and we're going to stamp into our Versa ink. Get some on there. We're going to go ahead and stamp here. And then we're going to get our brush. And we're going to tap some on here. Okay, we'll just kind of paint that on. And then, just like we did before, go ahead and clean that off. We're going to use our big brush to kind of dust it off. There we go. Okay. Now I'm going to try and rub that. Does it get a little color? Ooh. Okay. And then we're going to let this dry off to the side here while we do this real quick. So I'm just going to take my Versamark pad and I'm just going to smudge some on here. Okay, then we're going to take some of our red. And where's that purple? There's the purple. Let me get this one open. These are taped. They have a little bit of tape on them here. Here we go. Dang it. They put the tiniest little tapes on these things. Very hard to see, very hard to get. I have to say the red one was easier though. Okay, here we go. Got it. All right. Taking the tape off. Okay. And then tap that one down. We're going to open this one. Pick up a little bit of this color. I'm just going to kind of put that on there. Close that one up. I'm going to close that red one up too before I knock it over, because if somebody's going to do it, it will be me. Okay. Now I'm going to bring in my big brush. And I'm just going to kind of tap this on. Very loosely, just tapping it on. Okay. And then I'm just going to kind of dust it off. Oh, what a mess. All right, then we're going to go ahead and hit this with the water. We're going to let that one dry. Now, let's try the water paint test. Where's the color? This one. Okay. I'm trying to use the same color, so. Oh, that went way wacky. Let me get this closed up, because I'm making a mess here, guys. Okay. So they say the more that you add, the thicker the paint color, you know, the thicker the paint becomes. I have to be honest, this doesn't separate quite like the other one did. The other one had some separation. This doesn't separate quite so much. Okay, so there's that. And then let's do the lift test. So for that, we're going to press our Versamark pad on here. Get some ink on there. We're going to grab our pot. Grab up some of this. Put it down. My paintbrush is shedding paint off the handle. Okay. And then we're going to use our big brush to kind of put that on there. You can see it's kind of the same shape as my VersaPad. Okay. Then I'm going to take off the excess. And then we're going to stamp that with the Versamark, press it down, pick it up, and it does do the release. So let's take a look at the both products. Let's start with this. So the first thing we did was the piece up here, and they both kind of rub off, to be honest. Then we did our paint. This is darker, but I think that's just darker mica, but I think it works pretty good. And then we did our lift. So this is the lift with the perfect pearls. And that is the lift with, right there. So I think the Versamark was actually cleaner in the lift. The painting I think is pretty much the same. And the actual printing with it, kind of the same. Let's take a look at our picture. So this is the one that we did with the Versamark, and this is the one we did with the Perfect Medium. I kind of like that one better, I have to be honest. I think the colors here stayed truer than they did here. Here they kind of blended and mudged together. Could be the brush, but I'm thinking it's just the colors, you know. Let's go ahead and see if I can find a clean piece of this paper towel, which I do have right here. We're going to go ahead and rub this one. A little bit of color comes off. We'll rub the Perfect Pearls. A little bit of color comes off. So they're basically the exact same product. Okay? So, regular plain mica powder. 2, 4, 6, 8 colors. $2.50. Versamark I already had. Water is free. Paintbrushes I already had. Okay? Perfect Medium, tiny. It's a fifth of the size. 4 pots. Yes, you get more stuff in it, so we'll say it's an even balance. 2 paintbrushes. Not specific, you know, not particularly special, but just 2 paintbrushes. This set sells for $20 regularly. $19.99 is the price of this. $2.50. They do the exact same thing. Okay? So, that being said, that's all I really have. If you're new, hit the button and subscribe. And check out my community tab. Go on over to my Facebook group. There's all kinds of links in the description below. Until I see you again, stay well, my friends. Bye-bye.